Hi, everybody. Welcome into another edition of the GASOCast, and a happy opening day to all of you that celebrate. Got my Rangers gear on for baseball.
Well, Astros.
Stop.
Yeah.
I've had enough already. But the real opening day we're talking about is the opening day of GASO season, which starts Friday. And, man, it is going to be awesome. We got the two cities, one GASO going. Mass is going to be up here in Duncanville running things. Me and Blue taking the trip down 45 to Houston to be running things during our unsigned senior event, the Houston GASO. Final Four weekend down there, a lot of moving parts that we're excited to see. But I'm just going to turn over to Mass. A lot of great teams in this Duncanville field. Just talk a little bit about the overview of what you're expecting from this event.
Well, first of all, it's Thursday before noon. We have 95% of rosters. So it's kind of like we're going through looking at the rosters and looking at the teams, and there is tons of talent. And I am so excited to get things going. It's kind of bittersweet. I love going down to Houston when I can. Those are my favorite events to go to during the high school season because I got to see so much so fast, and it just feels like it's always moving. So missing Houston, but man, Dallas is ridiculous. We got EYBL groups. We've got some of the top independents. And it's just going to be a really competitive weekend. We haven't typically done showcases the last couple of years. We've been doing a lot of brackets. Yeah. And this first one is always a showcase event. So, it's fun. I can mark my schedule early, which y'all know I love to do. Mm-hmm. And I'll be bebopping around all of Duncanville Fieldhouse.
Yeah, and Blue in the Houston events, like he said, it's just loaded, man. We got the EYBLs from down there. We got 3D Empire coming down. We got Adidas.
That's a fun wrinkle.
We got UA. All the teams are coming out, and it's going to be great.
Well, I look at this as an extension of each event, and because we have the EYBLs, but not just the EYBLs. We have the New Balance, the NY2LA, the UA, the Under Armour, the 3SBs, and the Adidas. There's a mixture for everybody, and if this just proves that, when it comes down to opening weekend in GASO, we're going to be able to get and draw those teams, and we're going to be able just to hit it hard and just go right at it. Yeah. Because you know what? We don't. The thing that I was telling y'all off camera was that, the luxury of having tournaments throughout the entire spring and summer, we get these guys at different times of the year, which I love. So you don't get overloaded just on one side. But one thing I do love also, Mass, about the 95% rosters, we get to see that there's some names on two rosters. So who are they going to show up with? Who was training for who, all right? And I've got some text messages, and people are asking me questions. Have you seen so-and-so on another roster? Hey, let's just wait. Let's just play it out. Yeah. See who shows up. Yeah. But when you look at these teams right now, I am juiced up. I'm ready to go see some Team Temple. I'm ready for some 3D from their 15s all the way up to their 17s. Yeah. Houston Hoops, JO3, Texas Takeover. I don't know where to start and I don't know where to begin. And y'all know me. If my head starts spinning, I might need about a 5-minute crash to get things going again. But man, I'm not going to be in Dallas, but I'm going to be in Houston. But if I was in Dallas, I would want to be in Houston. It's just one of those things.
That's a good way to frame it.
Yeah. If you've never gotten an up-close view of Blue Zertuche during a GASO day, it is the Michael Scott from The Office. It's pretzel day. He crashes. He puts his head down for 15 minutes. And then he comes back and he fixes all the world's problems. It's electric to be around. I'll say that. So moving on to some
I'm glad you didn't say it was Kevin or Dwight or somebody. Thank you for that compliment.
Of course. So moving on to some of the teams and games we're excited to see. And I'll start here because the SA Future groups, really excited to see them going against some of the top teams. We gave them some really nice Houston versus San Antonio matchups with them. Really excited to see, especially with the Brennan contingent on that group. Just came off a lot of success during the high school season. See if they can continue to build on that throughout the start of this AAU period here. But, Mass, who are some DFW teams and games that we need to keep our eye on?
Yeah, I'm going to go in kind of an order here and just kind of move my way through the weekend. And on Friday night, a roster came through Victory Academy Gold. Has some guys that I saw during the high school season, which I really, really like. Jacob Emmers from Anna. You've got Cam Minnesfield from Hebron, and then Jensen Knowles from Richardson. Just a nice little group of three right there. I'm really excited to see that group play to kind of open up Friday night.
Yeah. Blue, the Houston teams that were. I mean, we talked about SA Future, but we also got some ATX teams down there. You know.
Oh yeah, we got a little bit of everything. It seems like from ATX Future. You know, you have
Force. Yeah.
Yes, Force is going to come in for a couple games, and they're a team that loves that to be battle tested and to see where they are. And those guys are going to go just like they did during the season over at Buda Johnson. They bring some of those guys with them.
Yep.
They're going to go out there and just give every single opponent everything they got. So I'm really interested to kind of see how they go.
They got a really fun one, 10:40 a.m. against Houston Hoops top team. So that's one I'm definitely keeping my eye on.
I'll hop in here. There's a game at 8:30 in the morning on Saturday. I'll be revved up to go. Southern Assault 3SSB 2025 versus the Family Ties 16U. Two guys I have my eye on from the Southern Assault group who I really enjoyed watching this year, Ladarius Jones from North Forney, and then Caleb Steger, Dallas Jesuit. He was one of my favorite guys that I watched all season. He's just poised, long. He just has all the makes to be I think we have him 20 in the rankings, and right. I just see that trajectory up. And same for LD Jones.
Yeah, and Blue, like we've talked a little bit about Houston fam. It looks like they've really reloaded that roster this year, and I'm excited to see their top team.
Yeah, just talking to Say Pay, the excitement that he is feeling and wanting to be out here at GASO and just wants to take everybody head on. I mean, there's going to be guys that this is the time of the year where we find who are the sleepers out there, who are the guys that we hadn't heard about. You know, Say Pay's one of those spring and summer directors that get guys in there and showcase them, and you go, wow, that's a guy that we have to have on our radar. They go into our scouting report.
Yeah, Mass, you got one more to hit on?
Oh yeah, I got a few more. Awesome. Urban DFW 16 Elite. I think this is what we've always seen Trent Payne kind of be the guy who, you know, he has the ball, he's a little bit off guard, but it's never been like kind of his show, and I'm so excited to see Trent have the ball in his hands a lot of possessions. Yeah, because he is uber talented, uber athletic, and you know, just these different settings. You got to see him in both. You can't just see him in high school. You can't just see him in the summer season. You got to see him in both. And man, that's going to be another good Saturday morning game that I'm excited to see.
Yeah.
Well, let me just one up him real quick.
As
Dallas is going to have
on brand
as he will.
And just real quick, we're running out of time here, but JO316U, SWA. If you know, you know.
You know.
He's going to be at USA Camp, but he might be able to come in on Sunday. Shelton Henderson, Omarion Harvey, Nigel Walls. I'm going to stop right there.
No, we
can
still keep going.
No one knew him, man. What else we got?
Mike Collins,
Jacoby Coleman. Are you kidding me?
Evan Cochran.
This thing is insane.
Better go 3-0, guys. Better go 3-0.
We might have to meet in Waco on Sunday at 7 for the two best teams to collide from Dallas and Houston, whoever that may be.
I'm going to hit one more.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am so excited to see Brooks Barr. I was talking to you guys about, I have not seen him for whatever reason in the last 12 months. I've tried to go see him probably 5 times. Yeah. It just one thing or another hasn't worked out. He's been injured. There's been a giant traffic jam that I couldn't make it. I don't know what the reason is, but I just haven't seen him, and I cannot wait to see him on Sunday morning. Obviously, stock up. Sam saw him have 41 in the playoff game against North Crowley. I'm just really excited to see the guy. He can hoop.
Yeah, and if there's one thing to take away from what we've been talking about for the past 8 or 9 minutes is that it's just going to be a great weekend for hoops.
It's endless.
Whether you're in the DFW, whether you're down for the Final Four in Houston, come out to the GASO and see these guys because there are some of the top teams, not just in the state, but in the entire region that are going to be going at it. And like we said, just if you're a fan of good basketball, get out there, come see some games. And so we'll be reaching out on social media, during the event with what we see. Blue and I will be down in Houston talking to Mass and Timmons and all the guys, just trying to keep pace with what's going on because we're trying to know what's going on in Dallas just like they're trying to know what's going on in Houston.
And then just for some pregame stuff, you need to visit at GASO Mass, just with the amount of education and everything that he is throwing out there. It's free content for players, for parents, for coaches, just to go read and just think about how can I utilize some of those steps? How can I reach college coaches in a very professional, unthreatening way? There's just this whole entire week, his Twitter has been lit up. So just go and visit at GASO Mass and get those free hints. All everything that he's putting out there.
And great start, coaches. Rosters is a big step in getting your players recruited. Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Let's go. So, yeah, check us out on social media. Be following along. All of our socials. Go Blue.
Yeah, Cerebro.
Oh,
It's
that's
gonna
going to
be
be
a
fun.
game changer
That's going to be really fun with
the
all the stats. Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't matter if you're
tons
playing
of
in
new stuff.
California or if you're going to be playing right here in Houston or Dallas. Guess what? This weekend you can compare your stats to other people from around the country. See how you stack up.
Yeah, for GASO Mass, GASO Lyndon, GASO Blue, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.